Hello! I've had enough. Quite enough. I've spent over 200 hours on making this essay and video. That is not an exaggeration. That is an underestimate. Because I had to make it perfect. Because, I don't know, there's many, many reasons why. But during this whole process, and that's the beautiful thing, that's the essence of this whole mission, is by trying the inherent laws of polarity and making choice, you learn or you actually achieve what you're trying to do. If you don't, then you try again. So I've come to realize that, of course, it's never going to be perfect. The whole essence of the arena is rawness, is a return to rawness, vulnerability, honesty, truth, integrity, respect, all of the things that I rarely see in this world today. And it makes me nauseous. I'm blessed to have an 8-year-old boy and a great relationship and a 12-year relationship with a woman I love and a true best friend, singular, true best friend. But this is why I'm going to be looking away at my script now. Because if I don't, it's going to be another 40-minute video that no one's going to want to sit through because I could talk about this forever. And that's what I intend to do. But I don't want to talk about it. This whole mission is about experience and experiencing it with you. So after I finish this video, I cannot wait. The lesson I've learned through all of this video of trying to make all this is I don't want to do this. I will actually make videos with people because that's more of an experience. Doing it myself is an experience as well because it's led me here, but it's not what I want. The whole idea of this is also connection. Again, the arena is a place for men. And that is, again, all of the things I just listed that are absent because of our wisdom being greatly outpaced by our technology now is what's leading to just, I mean, it's so obvious that just go on the internet and see the hostility. People have no responsibility. They don't have to have responsibility for their actions anymore. And the separateness, the isolation, all of it is because we think we're machines now. We're not. I mean, maybe we don't think we are. It's probably that we don't realize we become more machine than animal. And we're both. And this is about an active place of remembrance, building a sacred place. So let's just get to it. I'm already 3 minutes in and I still haven't even begun, really. This is the problem. But it's not a problem. I just keep making it a problem. I just need to go out there and meet you guys and hand you one of these. This is what led you here, right? Chances are, because I have no social media presence whatsoever. And that's part of what meeting people is about, is to meet people who actually can navigate social media and want to help spread the word. So, I can't put all the experiences, the reasons, the coincidences that have shaped this calling into a video. It would take hundreds of videos. But I realize the best call forward is this process of building the sacred place is through experience. And so after I finish this, the real one begins. What I'm excited about is creating and giving myself and yourself every opportunity in the real world. I hate that I have to put quotations over it. The real world. I live in Chicago. I'm blessed that I have millions of people all around me. The city itself and the suburbs, I can't even, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't like the city. I'm a nature boy. And I've been complaining about it for years, but now I've realized it's why I'm here. Because I'm surrounded by people. I don't even need transportation. Just walk down the street. And I'm going to meet people in parks, on benches, in malls, on trains, and it'll all be about seeking to connect with you, even if it's just for a moment. Just a moment. If it's just a nice shared gesture and exchange, and that's fine. A word or two would be nice, a little discussion. Or you might just very fairly and justified, be a little cautious at a man in a shaman costume with a red skull mask and horns, and politely accept a card and just nod, like, get away from me, buddy. Go away. I understand. This isn't for everyone. It's not. The truth is never for everyone because it's subjective. The truth that matters, that influence us. Again, the greatest battle of our lives is not fighting each other or the world or politics or any of that garbage. It is about you. It's always yin and yang. We are beast and consciousness, wrestling with each other. This is the fight going on that you see manifesting, the microcosm equals the macrocosm. Always what's inside is outside as well. And so that's why if you change the inside, and you can only change the inside by getting out of society. This is what I believe, and I will tell you why I believe this. Because it's through subjective experience of the coincidences of my life are just ridiculous in the way it's shaped this knowing. It's not a belief, it's a knowing how important this is. Because we can't experience each other. We can't experience things together anymore, truly. In real life, we do. We go to concerts and parties, we have dinner, we do all these other things. Everything's about money and this exchange and this survivalness. Society and the QR code too, the possibilities are endless. I'm looking for people to, again, just, you can be a part of it in a million different ways. Just by spreading the word, by we having a conversation. If you wanted to do a video together of us experiencing something together to, again, show exactly what we're doing. Obviously, I need donations. It's going to take money. And I want to build as many arenas as possible. But the first one is for men. Because I'm a man. I can't teach a woman how to be a woman. Fatherhood, is, as you'll see, let's get back to the script so I can actually get somewhere. Okay. This is truly a battle cry. It's more than just a nonprofit or a charity. As soon as I have the funding to pay lawyers to get this an actual legitimate nonprofit and charity, that will be one of the first courses of action. And the other funding will go towards this experience process. I want to actually build like tents in little places around to show in like little mini arenas, basically. The arena itself is just a return to respect and experience. It's not complicated. But how do we face, again, our world in society is a monster, just spewing noise. It's always been that way, too. Society's always been a monster. You can't change it truly. It just, you can influence it in little different ways, but that doesn't create change, real living change. And it's endlessly spewing noise for one thing and one thing only, your attention. You are now being monetized. Your attention is being monetized. The most important thing, most valuable thing you have, your attention, is now being monetized. And I guess it has been for a while. It turns your brain into a slave through meticulously designed digital casinos. All of our phones were designed after casinos. Drug dealers offering hits of just itty bits of dopamine. Just enough. Just enough. Swipe a little more. No, I can't find it. Oh no, where is it? I'm bored. Oh, I'm bored. But the good news is you are more than just a brain. You are an essence, a being conceived of rock, fire, water, and air. You are the child of sun and earth. Science can only guess at the most critical aspects of our existence. Consciousness, the origins of life, the possibilities of death. All of these mysteries, are they mysteries on purpose? I just heard, again, a very material, this is not a cult, a calling to anti-materialism or anything like that. I like science, the process of science is very important. I believe in that. But I also would never put all of my faith in something like science that can only the measurable. The most important things about us are immeasurable. This is why metaphor is one of the very few ways to talk about what truly matters, and why mythology and religion were never created to control or tear us apart or create the wars they did. They were just the best our ancestors could do, was to leave us a metaphor, a story of who and what we are, and the challenges that we're going to face. We live, again, in an infinite, we also live on a spinning orb surrounded by a ball of fire and infinite vastness. And, all this is just a coincidence. If I start believing in things I can't measure, I'm going to start believing in the spaghetti monster, is what I heard someone say. I'm like, dear Lord. That means you literally don't trust yourself. We live in a world of people not being able to trust themselves. And I understand why, because you haven't had the guidance. It's been stripped away from us. And that's what now let me just get into it and dig. It's time to get going. We're already, again, 11 minutes in. Again, it's not a dogma. It's not a cult. It's not somewhere to live. This is a mission to build something simple yet sacred to these conflicts. A place close to society, but away from it, where the real battle of facing yourself can begin. Where respect is learned for yourself, for others, and the foundation. The truth, respect itself, how important it is, was once the heartbeat of the human connection. It's gone. It's gone. It's unbelievable how rare it is. Arrogance is mistaken for strength, distraction for freedom, consumption for purpose, and our dedication to efficiency without respect for life or each other, that's what's leaving us empty, starving for meaning, connection, and respect. This vision is so personal to me. When I was 12, I lost my father. Obviously, this shaped my life. I didn't feel it for the first few years. I missed him dearly. But at that age, I couldn't comprehend it. So I drowned myself in the company of others. I needed attention. My mother had to go back to school and work to support 4 boys. But me and my brothers, we didn't band together. No, we were more separated because my dad held us together. He held everything together. And it's come full circle. I've realized the foundation of fatherhood, because at a certain point, a couple of years after, which led to 10 years of hedonism and chaos, I am inherently a boundary pusher, obviously. Unafraid of the dark. And eventually I realized that his disappointment, that thing, that presence that kept me from crossing that boundary that he had set, what I now realize as a parent myself, how important it is when those moments happen. If you don't learn that divine voice, no, you're going to end up abusing your child if you can't learn respectful discipline. Fatherhood, parenthood is balancing respect and love. And my father did that perfectly. He set fair and just boundaries and made it clear when they had been crossed. And I seriously believe, I know, I don't believe, I know. I can feel his passion, his blood running through me. My father died of a massive heart attack watching my brother play volleyball, doing what he loved. Because no matter how busy he was, working his ass off to provide, he found ways to connect. And he saw us all as individuals. He didn't treat us like one big group of boys. He knew each of us and our talents and our flaws and what we needed to work on. And at times he takes over in the moment through me. I know it when I'm a father. Because it just happens. Like I instinctively know what to do because of his blood running through me. Again, so then after he was gone, I turned to my peers. And I turned to the shadows. I found a shield. Things that could protect me. Drugs, alcohol. Opened up a lot of doors. Wild, chaotic behavior became my shield. The crazy man. I played the madman. Persona to keep people in high school at a distance. High school is one of the hardest times, and that's what this is all about. It's so damn important. Is that threshold from childhood to adulthood is essential. It's not a coincidence that we had initiations all over the globe from just about every tribe during that age time frame, and that mental illness sets in around that time, because that is the hardest threshold to cross. And that's why this place is so damn important. Because you can't do it unless you have a great parents. Because school is not going to do it for you. School just leaves children. Our education system is popped. It is terrible. And again, the reason I created this facade is because I wanted to be like accepted, which you are if you acted like that, because I got a distorted version of respect. Because I was, again, for a decade, just a romantic dance with chaos, testing every boundary I could find, and that boundaries most were not willing to cross because they would probably face consequences from their parents. I didn't have to. And this kind of life, many others have lived. And there's only two outcomes: death or redemption, bending the knee, atonement, realizing I am going to die. You either have the realization you're going to die or you die. And then when you have that realization, you choose to live. That's what it comes down to. For everybody's story is different on how I came so close to death and was pardoned so many times, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but now I have an idea of why. My life, to truly love myself now and know how to, oh, man, I never thought that was possible. So I decided to get sober. I bent the knee to life itself and committed to sobriety. For 4 years, I hungered for wisdom. How do I live? Books kept me sober in the beginning. This was around age 26. I'm 41 years old. And the fear of becoming like the men I saw in AA meetings was also another helper at that point, because I could not be that. I couldn't become that. It was either die or try. And what really stuck out during this stage, after reading countless books, is I was seeking teachers, old sages, not just like a philosophical great thinker like Nietzsche or something, which did influence me, but the ones who truly, really brought feelings out of me that I felt like I already knew, but they put it into words that I could finally understand. We're all old sages, men who died in their 80s with smiles on their faces. Joseph Campbell, Carl Jung, Krishnamurti. These were, or they died a little bit younger because they were speaking the truth and someone killed them. People truly dedicated to understanding life. And this involves mysticism, because science will never be able to answer these things. This is what inspired me, again, to live. Were their words. These dead men saved me. I found myself working in nonprofits, mentoring young men. This is a huge part of everything. This is where the seed of this place was planted, was when I became a facilitator and mentor for 3 to 4 years in Rogers Park, Chicago. And I saw myself in these kids over and over. I just saw myself just terrified, alone, hungry for wisdom, just to move forward. Not all of them. Again, most of the younger kids, it was a 14 to 20, and most of the younger kids wanted nothing to do with me, no matter what. Things really, the first 2 weeks were some of the hardest things I've ever done, because trust is everything. Trust is the foundation of guidance. And it wasn't until I got the OGs on my side, the older guys, to keep the other guys in line. Again, my white ass in a room where I'm the only white guy there and I'm in charge. This was 12 years ago, 10 years ago. They took time for them to see I was a real one, and I was dropping gems, as we call them, because they knew I was legit. I had lived a similar life and knew that similar feeling. Of course, I didn't know what it was like to be them. And that's what killed me. And that's what built the seed for this. Is it was only 2 hours a day, the program, and they'd have to go back out into the neighborhood. Into And some never came back. And the worst was seeing the ones that really wanted it, the really hungry ones, not come back. And it wasn't because of a choice. It was because the environment chose for them. This is the foundation of the arena. The reason we need to build something outside of society, a temporary campus that provides the true education that we need for young men. It haunts me. The arena is a memory of their lives and their deaths, an act of remembrance. Just hit me so hard how lucky I was in everything. Want a real education, go to a community center and watch and talk to a refugee from a third world country that's facing civil war. That's an education. It's a place to live, experience, grow. Again, technology is just so outpaced wisdom. We're more connected than ever, and yet the plague is so evident and undeniable in our young people. And especially, too, in young men. We all know this is why Trump is our damn president. And you know what? It's the proof of the collective unconscious. It is the proof that we can't swing too far to one side, because then we swing just as harder back to the other side. Politics make me sick. They make me absolutely sick. And what really made me sick was I think that, again, that's why I don't think, and my friend said it to me before, who was a very political smart man, why Trump got elected the first time. You try to push us too hard as Americans into social liberal ideas, and especially the shoit that was shoved down our throats, man, no. And it's been happening for a long time, this suppression of these innate drives. Again, we are animal and consciousness, animal and spirit. And we were, for thousands of years, during colonialism, just suppressing the savage. And yet we will always be savages. Always. Look at now. I believe and know this is the whole thing. The biggest failure we have is connection now. Connection is what leads. People ask why these terrible things happen, these terrible murders, and men, and people seek out such incredible, evil, violent acts. It's a symptom of disconnection. Because we all seek attention and acceptance more than anything. And who do we remember? Not the victims. We remember the serial killer. If we can't participate in life and be connected to it, we'll burn it all down. It makes perfect sense to me. I was a potential person like that at times. Felt that kind of evil inside me. That kind of hate. Because betrayal, these people, there's a reason betrayal is the seventh layer of hell. Because nothing hurts more than being rejected by everyone and everything. And so you seek and do the only recourse you have to be noticed. That's how important it is. That's how important this is. And that's how much it's shaping us. And that's how absolute morons are able to gain such control over people. Is so we can be a part of something. Because there are so few healthy places to find ourselves, to be a part of something good. Compassion is not going to save us. I saw that firsthand in the nonprofit world. The woman that had my job before me had 2 master's degrees and didn't have a damn clue how to reach these young men. Of course not. This is the whole reason why this is dedicated, the first one, to building men and to those that love men. Again, it's a live-in structure. The safety will be the utmost priority. Security, no weapons, of course. Real accountability. That is the whole thing. Why do we have a gym partner? Because we need to be held accountable. It's easy to let myself down. It's really easy. And that's what maturity is about, is when you learn not to, but also then make the sacrifices necessary for others to help them learn the same thing. Don't let yourself down. There's only one you. Today you are you. And that is truer than true. Nobody alive is youer than you. Oh, Dr. Seuss. Okay, so now the real structure of the arena. What does it look like? It's a circular, walled-in structure. Boulders are the outer walls. A temple in the center to remember where we came from. Nature, earth, water, fire. A field house with every sport you can imagine to channel energy and discipline. A dojo. A music studio, an art studio, a theater. All of these things to people that can't access them and that it takes money to. And there are little programs around for this kinds of stuff. But all in one place. All in one place. All these possibilities to share experiences. A classroom dedicated to respectful discourse. The respect is the foundation of how to go about debate. Nothing can be learned without experience. And we don't have any opportunities for that. That's what this is. That's what this is. And that's why I'm taking to the streets and handing these QR codes, and why this video is already 26 minutes and I wanted it to be 15. And I'm going to try and wrap it up. Because you see the pictures in the diagram. Reach out to me. Connect to me. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to every pessimist, every optimist, anyone who thinks or is striving or not even striving, whatever they're doing. Talk to anyone. Anyone. Because I know what you need. You need attention. All of you. A vast majority of us need that attention. And that's what this is about. And I want to give my attention and find others, because you can feel it when you meet a beautiful, mature man. I, as a man, know that. And I know that from my father, and I guess maybe that's where that instinct comes from. But then when I've met them, and they're so rare, and that's what's one of the most terrifying things, and why this is so necessary too as well. They're so few and far between. The ones you know you can trust. You can feel it. The idea is to give moments of solitude, moments of fierce training, communal dance, ritual, shared ritual. Nothing bonds like that. There's a reason all of our ancestors sang and danced. We must remember our voice, our feet, our hands, our eyes. Our body is not something to be just manipulated. It is as much, and science has proven this, as much as part of our consciousness as anything else. There's no spirit without this beast and flesh to inhabit. And again, the arena's not forever. Even I won't be there forever. Once I get to a point where it's established, I don't want this to be a place of escape. The purpose of it is to return. Just like the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell, is finding that, traveling deep within inside you, and finding that place, that boon, that thing you can't not do, your gift, is being hidden from you by your fears. And you need a place to face those fears. Fears and pain are what I believe are divine. They are our teachers. Bruce Lee. Pain does not leave until the lesson is learned. This is not a myth. This is a lived experience, a real chance to create a place to live out, and not to live, but to live, to experience. Because without respect, there's no truth. Without truth, there's no change. And now I think I've hit most of it. See, I barely had to use my script, but that's why I ran to 30 minutes again, because I just can't help it. It means everything. And that's the hope, is to build as many of these places as possible so we can learn that it's not a battle inside us, it's a dance. And that dance is happening all throughout the universe and nature. The opposites coming together and repelling each other. So I ask you now, this is it. Will you stand with me, fight with me, dance with me, talk to me? Please. Answer the call. Wake up. And if you're already awake, join me. Because you know this is what we need. This is the only way. I once gave a speech, this is a perfect way to end it, in nonprofit. It was one of the scariest moments of my life, to 500 to 600 people in an auditorium. And it was about what I did, because I did something special. I orchestrated, and this is will be a big part of the arena's peace circles. They're divine. There's one of the best ways I've ever experienced in creating community and seeing other people, like actually seeing them. Because only one person can speak at a time. We form a circle. The facilitator asks a question. We all go around and talk about it. And there's a talking piece, and only one person can talk at a time. I created one of these peace circles with the captain and lieutenant of the precinct police station, the neighborhood that I worked in. I was way more woke than all you pretend woke mother effers like a decade ago doing it. And then I realized it was BS, because I realized these kids were not being helped. And then a lot of the times the people we want to help don't want our help. Just leave me the F alone. Let me live my life. And check your intentions. You need to have the knowledge and the wisdom as well, or else what you're trying to do is pointless and just aggravating yourself, others. Because I know, and that's why I'm asking you to trust me, because I know. And there's no desire deeper inside me, because of the life I've lived, than to help as many young men as possible, and as many 30, 40 men my age who still are struggling with their own battles. I'm not transcended or anything like that. It's a never-ending dance with the mystery. And this is my next step in it. Something that I should have done a while ago, but I had more lessons to learn until I was strong enough and brave enough to do this. And if you've listened this long, then you're joining me, because you actually have the attention span that is being stripped away from many, so you can help. Join me. Write to me. It's just going to stare at you, even though I don't know who or what you are. You could be a hobgoblin. Yeah, want to end it with a little stupidity. I'll see you out there on the street, Chicago.